Hello everyone and welcome to Key and C Homes, where we talk all things real estate, from investing to buying and selling, even commercial leasing, you name it. We are a North Carolina real estate based firm, but all questions are universal. So it is our duty to answer those questions. My name is Ari Rodriguez and I'm going to be sharing 5 tips on applying for a mortgage. So the first tip, or the first key, is to talk to a lender and get pre-approved. So that way you can understand what you can borrow. Super key point in your process. So as an agent, I would discourage a buyer to make an offer without being pre-approved, because without the financing, there's nothing you can do with that. So as an agent, I discourage buyers or my clients, to not make offers on homes if they're not pre-approved. And it's not about my commission. It's not about me not wanting to work with anybody. It's that the pre-approval process and speaking to the lender is about you understanding what you can afford, about you reaching your goals and understanding your financial situation. And it will show you as a stronger candidate to the seller. Only the lender can talk to you about your specific financial situation. And every situation is like a fingerprint, where it's so unique and so individual to you and your family that even though it's an industry of lending and mortgages, each individual case is really unique and it's very specific to that person. So getting pre-approved is super important, because that's like having cash in your hand. When you are pre-approved, that means that you've spoken to a lender, you applied for the loan, they've checked your credit, you provided them vital information about your history, residential, employment, assets, income, things like that, and they verified that information. It is super important for you to get pre-approved, because that is having a conditional approval. So basically, as long as you fulfill these conditions of that loan, that's like cash in hand. When you go make offers, you know that you approved for this amount. So here's the second key: understand what you can borrow, right? That's what getting the pre-approval gives you. When you get pre-approved, now you understand what you can borrow. You know your interest rate, you know your mortgage payments. It would include principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So you're gonna get a holistic picture of what you can purchase. Keep in mind, though, that a lender only looks at what's on your credit, doesn't consider gas, groceries, light bill, water bill. So it's super important that when you talk to that lender, you look at your housing expenses along with this as well, and make sure it's a comfortable spot for you. The third key would be to save as much as possible to reduce your overall payment. There's gonna be closing costs, there's gonna be upfront costs, like an appraisal, a home inspection. It's gonna require different inspections. So saving that money, not only for your down payment and your closing costs, but also for those upfront costs as a buyer, key element. A lot of people come into it and they don't really understand that there are some upfront costs. Fourth key I would wanna share is think about using a mortgage broker versus a mortgage banker. Well, what is the difference? For a mortgage broker, you can apply one application and receive many offers from many banks. That's the benefit of working with a mortgage broker. You will only receive one inquiry on your credit bureau. Whereas if you go to Bank A, Bank B, and Bank C, you're gonna get 3 different inquiries on your credit, and you personally have to go to each bank to get those estimates. So that's the plus and minus of working with a mortgage banker or mortgage lender. Now, if you have a great relationship with your bank, talk to them, right? Absolutely. I just wanted you to know the difference between a mortgage lender and a mortgage banker. I've been both, so there's benefits to both. So the fifth key to applying for a mortgage is to take advantage of any programs that are out there, whether you're a first-time home buyer, where you're an educator, where if you're a veteran, there's different things out there for you that can maybe help offset some of the initial, costs or even fees that are associated with it. And speaking with a lender will help you with that. And I will say that both banks and mortgage lenders participate in these programs. So it's good to ask that question. What programs do you have to help me with down payment? What programs do you have to help me with closing costs? The answer may be none for you because you don't qualify. I just recommend that you ask the question because those programs are available out there. So a question that I've received in the past is, can I apply for a mortgage with multiple people and their friends, right? We're not married, they're not family. And the answer is yes, 100%. The process is still the same, where all the people on that loan application have to be pre-approved by the lender. Just to sum up the 5 keys to applying for a mortgage, definitely get pre-approved so that way you can understand what you can afford. Save as much as you can for those upfront fees, closing costs, and your down payment. Talk to a mortgage lender or a mortgage banker so that way you get as many options as possible. With the mortgage lender, you have one loan application that goes out to many banks and you can get a real good picture of the financial market. Lastly, check out any of those programs if you're a first-time home buyer or if you're a first responder or an educator or a veteran. There may be programs out there for you can take advantage of that can save you on closing costs, fees, and things like that, and even can reduce your mortgage. And that's a huge advantage if you do qualify for something like that. Thank you everyone for watching. Please smash that like button. Smash that like button and send me any questions you have in your comments, or you can email me at ari@keynchomes.com. Tune in to our next episode. Bye.